Blake with the steal. Lays it in off the breakaway.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
Yeah, that's 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed on good looks right at the rim.
Jones kicks to Miller. There's 47 seconds left to play here in the first. They get it again. Here's Thompson, and good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
Very nice pickup of the offensive rebound, and once he gets his hands on it, you know it's going back up and back in.
Steve Blake, such a solid point guard. He has started at times in his career. He's an excellent backup, but you just love his decision-making and his ability to make shots from the perimeter.
A platoon swap here for Cleveland. And Steve Blake not one to really press the attack off the dribble.
Especially as he's aged and gotten older, he's more content to run the offense and then shoot the three. A better fit on a team with a good post scorer is Steve Blake, where he can pass it inside and then space the floor.
LeBron drives in. 6 to shoot. Back to Waiters. Here's the three. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. And moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Their offense really sputtered in that game. They went through stretches where points became very hard to come by.
And Steve, you know, their play wasn't terrible. It wasn't too bad, but this game still is about making shots, and the shot making wasn't there.
And the horn signals the end.
The end.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Trailblazers?
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
Well, the other thing I like is defensively they're causing turnovers, and that's allowing them to get into transition.
On the court for Cleveland, Irving and Waiters, the guards. The two stars, LeBron and Love, at the 3 and the 4. And it's Varejao in at the 5, roaming the paint. And right, here we go. Changes up, and that's 2 points on the layup.
This seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
LeBron outside. And Waiters has it in the corner. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. 7 points for Dion Waiters.
Boy, beautiful assist. That's a couple of teammates clearly on the same page.
Cavs tried to make a push for the playoffs last season, in a way going against the grain, but instead a disappointing season when it was all over. Coach and front office questioning the team's effort level.
And it's blocked by Love. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Yes, Kevin, LeBron James joining a younger team with the Cleveland Cavaliers. He said, "We're not ready right now. It will be a long process. My goal is still to win as many titles as possible, but what's most important for me is bringing one trophy back to Northeast Ohio. Our city hasn't had that feeling in a long, long time." Kevin, what a worthy goal.
Cleveland's last pro championship back in 1964, Doris. Thanks. Lillard, the vast Akeem. Here's McCollum. Count the bucket. McCollum's got his first points in this one. Well, the Cavs did make some big changes from last season, and they shouldn't have a problem staying motivated, putting in the effort this year.
Well, you know, Kevin, last year they were a very young group and didn't have the vet presence they might have needed. With LeBron coming in, they've got brilliance in every category, leadership and play. He's got the clout of his championship rings. The whole mindset of the team is about to go to a very different and high level.
Well, last season, Tristan Thompson made the decision to change his shooting hand, Clark. He went from shooting with his left to now shooting with his right hand.
Yeah, I've not heard of anything quite like that before, but he improved his free throw shooting substantially as a result of the change, and he gets to the line fairly often, so I think that's a nice development. I love that young man's work ethic and what he brings to a team in terms of rebounding and physicality.
I think LeBron's going to like playing with him.
I agree.
Dellavedova dishes to Miller. And And it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova. Miller's got it all tied up now for the Cavs.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically, no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Well, Thompson is ambidextrous. He throws a baseball right-handed, writes with his left. And you got to give him credit for taking a chance with a whole new method of shooting, and it's paying dividends.
Here's Marion. Can't get it to go. And it's Portland the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. And Matthew Dellavedova is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's what Portland's going with right now. Matthews comes in for Darrell Wright. And Steve Blake is subbed in for C.J. McCollum. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Anderson Varejão's checked in for Tristan Thompson. James comes in for Jones. Dion Waiters checked in for Mike Miller. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Matthew Dellavedova.
And Thompson prone to getting the shot blocked inside despite his length and athleticism. Being ambidextrous, you would think that he at some point developed that ability to be a better finisher inside with either hand. We'll see. That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Yeah, shoddy defense there. Far too slow to react on the closeouts.
That's tipped. One-on-one fast break. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Varejão. Irving's got the lead up to 1 now for Cleveland. Lillard attacking. And he gets it to go.
And he's shaking off a poor first-quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
You can argue that Damian Lillard made another leap as a player last year, building off of his great Rookie of the Year campaign and taking it another notch higher.
Raiders on the wing. He's covered by Matthews. Irving from long range. And that one's good. Irving's got 8 here in the quarter. Well, Clark, we've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, we sure have. I mean, it's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. I mean, back and forth, the lead has gone 5 times, so no one in clear control yet.
I think both teams feel like they can win. They both have confidence. So we'll see which team can kind of ride the momentum and take control of this game.
Cleveland's gotten it going from downtown in the second quarter. They're 3 of 3 on 3-pointers. Here's LeBron.
Oh, get it! Oh, watch out now. Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
Man, I like that. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in, but I say put as much as you can on the finish and get your teammates going. The height difference there is huge, but he canceled it out with great body control in the air.
Exactly, Steve. He got to the hoop and wouldn't allow himself to be manhandled by the big boy.
Pass to Varejão. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. James has got 4 assists in the game.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
But they get it back. Blake gets a very good look and converts. Blake's got 6. It could go. Can't get it to go. And we're through 2 here and a good one. Cavaliers ahead. They lead by 1. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
Yeah, he was on a mission there in the first half, just trying to get into the lane every time possible.
Aggressive attacking basketball at its very best.
Portland trailing here. After a 2-year absence from the playoffs, the Portland Trail Blazers able to get back into it last year to face Houston in the 4-5 seeded matchup.
And they jockeyed as hard as they could to get that home court advantage, but just couldn't quite grab hold of it. Still, they were able to get by a very tough Houston team in round 1.
Lillard and Matthews pair up in the backcourt. Aldridge and Lopez are down low. And it's Wright in at the small forward. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. It's LeBron with the drive, and he dunks it down. 7 lead changes now, and we're just in the third quarter.
Yeah, each side having a tough time staying in front.
Well, the fans love it. I mean, a tug-of-war, back and forth affair, but if you're a coach, there's a little frustration here. You're trying to pull ahead, but pretty evenly matched game.
And Matthews kicks to Aldridge. Good D by Love.
Get by Houston with an incredible shot with that, but things were different when they ran into the machine known as the San Antonio Spurs in the second round.
Waiters passes to Irving. Here's Love. Here's Waiters. That's in there. Love with the assist. Love's got 4 assists now tonight.
And they have to mix it up defensively. That was just too easy.
And as you said about Portland, they just couldn't deal with the Spurs over the course of a series and ended up out after the second round. Still, a really nice showing from a young team with a lot of upside. An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
Well, they continue to find the open man and play unselfishly. This is true team basketball we're seeing.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Yes, Kevin, Cavaliers head coach David Blatt, unknown here in the United States, but he spent the last 2 decades establishing himself as the premier coach in Europe. Last season, he led Maccabi Tel Aviv to an upset EuroLeague title. One GM described the team as, quote, outgunned at every position except coach. Kevin, it's been his dream to coach in the NBA.
Many consider him a genius-level coach. Doris, thanks. We'll see how he does. Here's what Portland's going with right now. Chris Kaman has checked in for Lopez. Robinson is subbed in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's out of bounds to Portland. I'll retain possession. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Damian Lillard. On a switch here also for Cleveland. Waiters is checked in. Here's McCollum. To the middle, here's Matthews, and he banks in the layup. Matthews has got his first points of the game.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
No question. Pound it into the painted area and continue to put pressure on that defense.
Right against James. Love with the screen for James. Another miss by LeBron. C.J. McCollum taking 10th last season out of Lehigh, and much like Damian Lillard, Clark, a 4-year guard from a mid-major school.
Yeah, and I like him a lot. Watched him his junior year up close, and both of those guys were big-time scorers at the collegiate level. Similar in size and also attitude, very confident but understated. They both have terrific three-point laser shot.
And I know with one of your boys playing mid-major college basketball, you got a great appreciation for what the talent level is at that.
Exactly, and how guys can develop over the course of a 4-year career.
Yeah, he put himself in great position to finish that break off, guys.
Yep, right to the rack.
Stolen by Waiters. Uncovered. Good on the jump shot. Now it's a 7-point Cavalier lead.
It seems like when they've gone to him, he's really come through. And that's not something they should get away from. And McCollum dealing with a foot issue over the last couple of years. Broke a bone in his foot during his senior year at Lehigh. And again in his rookie season, missing the first 2 months. So hopefully that's a thing of the past.
And Portland making a change here. Blake's checked in. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Matthews dishes to Kaman. Thompson comes with a double team. And there's McCollum. That's good on the assist by Kaman.
And McCollum, a polished scorer from his 4 years at Lehigh, averaged over 20 points a game for his career. He has the opportunity, I think, to really solidify the guard rotation in Portland as a combo guard who can play either the 1 or the 2.
And he gets it to go. Here's McCollum. 58 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And finished off by Kaman. Well, as far as the defense goes, Clark, that is not what's going to keep them in this league.
Yeah, but from the other perspective, you can see just how much that dunk.
Oh! Ridiculous ridiculous.
What a move.
Tore it down that time.